So let's talk about the question number 2 of TOEFL Speaking section. In the TOEFL Speaking section number 2, you're going to see the reading passage that talks about the university's announcement or the letter of the student to the university. In this case, what we are having over here is the letter of the student to the university. When you see the letter, it's pretty easy. When you see the expression that looks like this, I propose. Therefore, the university make community service such as working with the local children in the town, mandatory activity for all university students before they graduate. This sentence tells what is the major idea. Then you need to summarize this sentence very neat and clear. According to the reading, the university was suggested to make the students required to do volunteer activity before they graduate. After this sentence, you're going to see several sentences that talks about the 2 reasons why this is pretty important. You can include that information, but it is not necessary and it's not required. It's optional. So if you want to save some more time for the listening summary, then you can just skip that part. You're not going to be penalized of not having this information. In fact, if you spend too much time on the reading summary and miss some information on listening, then that's the more damaging for your score. So control your time for your reading summary. Then let's do the listening note-taking.
So, what do you think of that letter?
Well, it might sound like a good idea, but I really don't think it's going to have any of the benefits that the letter writer says it will.
So you don't agree with it?
Nope. If anything, it's going to hurt our relationship with our town. I mean, forcing students to volunteer, it's going to make them see it as a chore, a nuisance, and so they're not going to put their hearts into it, which is going to make the university look bad.
You're saying that students doing volunteer work in town will be unenthusiastic and...
Right. It'll be obvious they don't want to be there. That's sure not going to make things better, in terms of how we're regarded by people in the local community.
But maybe students would learn to like it.
I really doubt it. The whole idea that this is going to encourage students to do more volunteering in the future is just ridiculous. A lot of students are likely to come away from the experience with negative feelings about it.
Yeah, especially if their studies suffer from being forced to spend time away from them.
All the students I know already complain about not having enough time as it is. So this extra work is going to be a bad experience. Hardly inspiration for them to pursue more volunteer work after they graduate.
Then you have 30 seconds to prepare for your response. So during the 30 seconds, you can add some ideas over here in your note and make your note a little bit more perfect. Then it's much easier to do the speech. So I'm going to add my one more sentence over here. Students with this requirement will suffer their study. Okay, then you are ready to speak for this answer. All you need to do is to very clean and neatly speak about this idea and in well-formed structure, then it's really good. Now, let me count my time on my smartphone and let's see how much time I can use to speak everything here. According to the reading, the university was suggested to make the student required to do volunteer activity before they graduate. And the man disagrees with this idea. First, he thinks that this will hurt the relationship with the town. Forcing the students to do the volunteer work will be countered as chore for the students. Students will not be passionate about doing these activities, and the townspeople will see and feel bad about the university. Secondly, the students will not be encouraged by this program. They will have negative feelings about the community activities. Students are already complaining about not enough time for their study. And if the students have this requirement, they will suffer their study even more. These are the reasons why the man disagrees with this idea. Now, my timing is actually 59 seconds 42. So this is the way that you can deliver your speech very clean and easy. And this is the way that you can get really good score on your TOEFL test. So if you have any question about this, please tag me some comments and I will try to answer you as much as I can.